Hello, YouTube. Welcome to my channel. Are you a Black woman seeking to have a medical procedure or treatment abroad? This channel focuses on medical tourism for Black women. So if you're interested in learning more about things like cost, pre and post-surgical care, treatment, medications, therapy, follow-up, and so much more, make sure you subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell so you're notified when I post a new video. So my name is Dr. Natasha Ramantal, also known as the Medical Tourism RN. I'm not a physician. I am a doctoral trained nurse, registered nurse who's worked in the emergency department and post-anesthesia care unit for a number of years. So on my channel, I cover all aspects of medical tourism for Black women if they decide to seek healthcare or treatment abroad for things from cosmetic surgery to cancer or fertility treatment, in order for Black women to make the most informed decisions about their health care and also to have the best outcomes and experience. So it was requested that I cover medical tourism in the content of Africa after my interview with Roshida Dow. If you haven't had an opportunity to see that video, the link will be in the description, so check that video out. But this is a quick video to cover the top countries in Africa for medical tourism, the top 5 countries. So keep in mind, this is for traditional medicine. Okay, there are a number of countries that would probably be included or excluded from this list if you are seeking holistic or spiritual healing. Okay, so I want to keep that in mind. It may surprise some, but in recent years, Africa has actually attracted international attention as a leading destination for cosmetic, prenatal, and life-threatening healthcare. Okay, so a majority of the medical tourism patients are from the continent and actually travel from one country within Africa or from another region to another within Africa for better quality healthcare. Also, many Africans are returning home to their home country from abroad for medical treatment at home. They just trust it more. They may have family to help out with facilities, and also the cost plays a role as well. It's a lot more economical. So medical tourism uses comprehensive national strategies, things like public-private partnerships, tax incentives, and of course, marketing. So a common medical tourism strategy is to provide packages that actually include assistance with things like medical visas, a meet and greet at the airport, private luxury safari post-treatment. You know, those are kinds of things that happen in addition to having your private nurse, the hospital accommodations before and after surgery. All of those pieces are included in a package oftentimes. So before I get into the list, I did want to share something with you. You're going to notice that it is not only with countries in Africa by no means, but medical tourism on a whole. It tends to thrive in countries that actually make an investment in the health and medical system infrastructure. And that makes sense, but I wanted to share that. So the top 5 countries in Africa for medical tourism, and this is in no particular order. We'll start with number 1, it is Tunisia. So Tunisia has experienced rapid growth in its medical tourism resorts with a rise in world-class facilities located throughout the country. If you're familiar, in areas like Sousse, Hammamet, Djerba, and Guemarth. But the medical tourism sector of Tunisia actually attracts approximately 150,000 international tourists annually. Okay, so it's quite big there. Tunisia's reputation as the premier health tourism destination in Northern Africa, and actually as the second on the continent behind South Africa, is due in large part to its thalassotherapy treatment. Thalassotherapy treatment. So what is that? So thalassotherapy is the use of seawater as a form of therapy. It also includes the use of sea products and shore climate, all of those things, but there's no scientific evidence that thalassotherapy is effective, but there's evidence-based, evidence-based studies tend to take a lot of time, so honestly, there's no surprise there. But Tunisia ranks second worldwide after France for this medical skin treatment procedure, which uses mineral elements in its Mediterranean shores for a therapeutic experience. So the properties of Tunisia's Mediterranean seawater are believed to soothe dry skin and fight skin irritants such as acne, psoriasis, and also eczema. So that can be helpful if you're having a major procedure and you have any issues with your skin thereafter. Number 2, Morocco. So the Kingdom of Morocco's market for medical tourism is not as robust as Tunisia's, but has made major investments in becoming an attraction in Northern Africa. So medical tourism in Morocco is dominated by cosmetic surgery and also dental treatment. With these procedures, it costs running less than those that are offered in Western Europe, which predominantly is where they have competition. A pleasant climate, there are internationally trained medical professionals that are there, along with lower cost, make Morocco an ideal medical tourist destination on the continent. But to enhance the competitiveness of Morocco's overall tourism industry, Morocco's Ministry of Tourism actually aimed to attract 1.5 billion tourists and accessible markets, with a major focus on Western and Northern Europe. The health and wellness tourism sectors are cited in their strategy as two major industries that are ripe for increased investment, development, and job creation. So Morocco's on the rise for medical tourism. Also, Morocco's investments and policies have contributed greatly to the growth of the medical tourism industry. So the country shares what's called an open skies agreement with the EU, the European Union, that basically allows a variety of flight destinations for potential medical tourists. In addition, Morocco has eliminated value-added taxes on cosmetic surgeries, increasing the price competitiveness of its procedures. So that makes Morocco one of the up-and-coming locations in on the continent of Africa. Number 3, Egypt. So Egypt is a prime destination for medical tourism because of its exceptional treatment standards. They're also really well engaged in research pertaining to a number of different surgeries and latest innovative procedures. Also, there are 11 Joint Commission International accredited hospitals in Egypt that provide high quality treatment around the clock. Now, if you don't know, the Joint Commission is a US-based nonprofit organization that accredits more than 22,000 US healthcare organizations and programs. But there's an international branch, the Joint Commission International, which is what those 11 hospitals in Egypt are accredited under, but they accredit and certify healthcare organizations, programs, and medical services from around the world for healthcare quality of care and also for patient safety. Also, Egypt is one of 46 global destinations ranked within the 2020 and 2021 Medical Tourism Index. So imagine having things like a body enhancement surgery at a private medical facility or medical hospital near the Red Sea or overlooking the Nile and the pyramids. So before and after surgery, medical tourists can actually relax on beautiful beaches or be pampered at one of the country's spa resorts to help restore their energy, their stamina, vitality before returning home. So you are left feeling refreshed and renewed. Okay, Egypt is in the process of also constructing the largest medical city in the Middle East Africa region. Okay, it's located in Badr City, which is about 29 miles from Cairo, but the medical city is expected to include 13 medical institutes with a capacity for 2,000 beds. I mean, that's massive. And then also air medical services, a university hospital, natural healing gardens, and a medicinal plant surgery. So there's a lot to offer in Egypt. Okay, number 4, South Africa. So South Africa offers affordable medical treatments with some of the best doctors and healthcare facilities. The best part is the healthcare system in South Africa varies from basic healthcare provided by the government to highly specialized services in both the private and the public sector. So you have a variety. South Africa is also ranked by the Southern African Development Community, SADC, as a leader in the African market for medical tourism. It offers a wide range of low-cost treatments together with a level of professionalism and quality that sets its healthcare providers apart from the competition. In addition to some of the essential treatments, South Africa is well known for affordable cosmetic surgery procedures, as well as fertility treatments, breast enlargements, cosmetic dentistry, and others, creating like a thriving medical tourism industry. But a large number of medical tourists come from other countries within Africa, particularly for affordable infertility treatments. South Africa is well positioned as an ideal medical tourism destination because it boasts a number of things like underutilized private healthcare sector. It actually only caters for only 16% of South Africa's total population. So there's a lot of room there where they have providers that are willing to do a number of procedures and offer care to you at a really great rate. Also, world-renowned doctors who are international thought leaders. And then the South African medical industry is really pioneering. Many groundbreaking surgeries have taken place there. I don't know if you're aware, but there's a lot of groundbreaking surgeries, but also medical research. South Africa is where the world's first heart transplant was actually done. Okay, and then more recently, it's where the world's first middle ear bone transplant using 3D printed components was also done. In addition to all of those things, you have shorter waiting times for surgeries because that's usually in the private sector. And then you also have English speaking, it's an English speaking country, so the communication is a lot easier for the bulk of international visitors that do go there for medical tourism. And lastly, they have favorable currency versus the US dollar and the euro. As of today, April 4th, 2023, when I'm filming this, the US dollar, $1 equals 17.91 rands, South African rands. And the euro, €1 equals 19.61 South African rand. So it makes it really well priced compared to other regions. And number 5, the last one, it is estimated that Kenya is actually on the rise for becoming one of the top destinations for medical tourism. So Kenya gets about 3,000 to 5,000 medical tourists from other African countries annually with high quality technology and facilities in the region. And I have to say that it's in certain parts of Kenya. Many of the patients in East Africa now prefer to travel to Kenya for medical purposes because it's nearer to their home for the same medical treatment that they would seek abroad, maybe off of the continent. Okay, the patients who visit Kenya for medical treatments are usually from Burundi, Rwanda, Tanzania, Uganda, and some from as far as Zambia, Malawi, and Congo. But Kenya is building more hospitals. There are more Kenyans, though, that are leaving for medical tourism than those that are actually coming in. It's estimated that about 10,000 Kenyans leave their country to travel to other African countries for treatment. However, Kenya is developing a framework for medical tourism that aims at positioning Kenya as a destination for specialized healthcare services appealing to both Kenyans and to international clients, which is important. But Kenya is making its name in the region as a preferred destination for medical tourism because they offer quality medical care in different fields such as cardiology, spine surgery, dentistry, dermatology, OBGYN services, and so much more. And some of the common medical treatments that they seek, that people seek when they are traveling to Kenya include, as I mentioned, fertility treatments. So IVF. Kenya is one of the countries where major tourists seek IVF because of its low cost and its high success rate. And according to research, about 70% of people traveling look for IVF in Kenya. That's huge. Aga Khan University Hospital is one of the leading IVF centers where 3 to 4 cycles of IVF are carried out each week. Okay. Also, cancer treatment. Cancer, can be really costly, the treatment. Kenya is growing in cancer treatment facilities and providing better results at a low cost than some Western countries. Open heart surgery, also in Kenya, open heart surgery is very cost effective and it's a good destination to get some high class facilities when it comes to heart problems. But I would say that they're not as well known for the cardiology as they are probably for neurology, for brain situations. So in Kenya, there are some of the best neurosurgeons with expertise in providing a wide range of brain medical treatments. Anything from tackling brain tumor evaluation and minimal rehab for spinal cord injury to minimally invasive surgery. Some epilepsy hospitals are also available in Kenya, providing a great success rate and saving a lot of patients from the ill effects of epilepsy. Kenya is also known for kidney transplants. So there are kidney transplantation facilities they're increasing in Kenya at a faster rate. So people from all over the world go to Kenya for kidney-related treatment. And in recent years, the cost of kidney transplant surgery in Kenya has come down as the levels of skill and the number of facilities actually increase. Okay. And last, they're also well known for eye surgery. So eye problems actually increase with age, as we know, and are one of the basic needs. But Kenya provides some of the best eye surgery success rates at a much lower cost. So Kenya is one of the few nations in the developing world to offer the low invasive laser technique called C10, little c and then TEN. That's basically a customized to each eye, so to optimize your vision with low invasiveness of treatment. So C10, it stands for transepithelial, don't quote me, sorry, but that's a part of what the term is. But it's not LASIK surgery, so please don't confuse it. But essentially, it gently reshapes only the anterior surface of the cornea. And in a fully automatic and like no touch procedure, they're able to improve people's eyesight. So that's very innovative. That's not something that's happening everywhere you go. All right, so that rounds out the list of the top 5 countries that are known on the African continent for medical tourism. 5 African countries I have to mention. Always do your own research, check the accreditations of the hospitals that you're considering, as well as the credentials of the surgeons. Many sites post their reviews from patients. You should definitely read them. Also look at expat and repat sites and travel sites. Usually they have a Q&A page, so post your questions and people will be more than happy to share their experiences. But until next time, be well, and don't forget to subscribe, click the notification bell so you're notified when I post the next video. Thank you. Until later.